Hello, I'm Jeanine. Welcome to my studio. Over here we've got my work area where I work in my little cubby hole. This is a crate that I found down on Wyndham Street, which I made into my little area for my desk. In fact, everything in the studio I didn't buy. It's all been reused and recycled because that's my philosophy behind my jewellery brand. I began jewellery designing in 2005. I was working for a fashion designer at the time, young up-and-coming fashion designer. And I basically needed to make some money on the weekend, so I decided to open up a market stall on Portobello Road, selling bits from India. Once the fashion designer went bust, I then basically made it into my own business. So that's when I travelled to India to go and start my jewellery making. Some pieces of my collection, which I call the Jeanine Treasures collection. These are actually showcased on some old floorboards of my mum's, which I made into shelves and put out there. I've displayed some of the pieces on driftwood, which I found in the Philippines while sourcing some of my materials. So this is one of my favourites, as you can see I'm wearing it. So that's one of my Jeanine bracelets. It's made from like mother of pearl shell and a brown lip shell, and then they're carved out from whitewood pieces. 3 words to describe my working self. Ooh, okay. Well, I guess the number one would have to be creative. That's kind of in my everyday, from morning till night, kind of my little creative head. So busy, I'd say, would be number 2. Inspired. I find what I do and projects that I work towards inspiring in my own way. So with a piece like this, for example, it's a natural piece of agate, and basically source the pieces first, and then I'll cut them out individually per piece of agate. So what you end up with is a one-off piece, a one-off necklace. So that's the agate, and you can see all the beautiful colours which come through. And the natural stones, natural crystals. My motto is treading lightly on the earth. And in that, it's basically, I use all natural materials. They're handmade designs, and I manufacture in a sustainable way. I also use recycled packaging and print all my stationery on like FSC standard recycled paper. In the Philippines, where I have a lot of my designs made, I use the local woods to where they make the jewellery. And I've also started sourcing driftwood, for example, and making those into beads. And recently there's a furniture factory where I've been getting offcuts for. So step by step, each of the processes, I'm trying to kind of get my materials more sustainable. Yeah, well, I think that we all need to pay attention to what's happening in the environment right now. We need to live more sustainably, and it starts from the core, from all of us. So if there's anything you can implement, in your everyday life, then we should all be doing whatever we can. Thank you for coming to the Jeanine studio.